Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Trying to stay warm.
No, right? Can you guys hear the music?
Little bit.
No, really. I'm trying to play the music. Can you guys hear the music?
I don't hear any music.
So Mike, I'm so glad, the kids are back to school. Let me tell you, because with the Martin Luther King, oh my goodness, it was Monday and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then finally yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care, delayed 2 hours, but they went. It's so hard, right? Like,
No, yeah. Well, I homeschool my 12-year-old, and then I have a 16-year-old who's in college now.
mm,
And she's in a CNA program in Gwinnett Tech. So I'm
congrats,
really proud
Mama.
of her. Yeah, she's
Yes,
good.
congrats.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, I have elementary and one middle school. I have two
Okay.
boys. So
Yeah, two babies.
yeah,
Oh,
working. It's like you want to
I know.
get everything, but at the same time, you're like, okay, go.
I know. Definitely,
It's
definitely.
hard. It's hard. Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to play my music here. Let me see how I can get this going. I love this. Okay, I'm ready.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Is it Micah?
Micah, good morning, Pat.
Awesome. Micah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, perfect. Micah, what state are you in? Or
I'm
city?
in Georgia. I'm in Lawrenceville.
Oh, Lawrenceville. Great,
Hmm.
great. We like Lawrenceville. Lawrenceville is awesome. Um,
Yes,
we just got done with a flip in Lilburn.
nice. Yeah, Little Burn's nice. It's a cute little town.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Just don't mind us. We were just kind of setting up and getting started before nine,
Okay.
and then people start trickling in.
Okay.
Chris, your music, I had my volume on, so I didn't hear it, but I'm turning up the volume right now. I
Can
saw
you hear mine?
Yada.
Can you hear mine?
I can. Your volume's very low.
Okay. How about now?
Again? Yeah. I'll be right back, Cass.
Good morning.
Morning. You survived the snow, huh? How you guys
Oh,
there?
we are not faring very well. We're still stuck, and like all our bridges are closed,
Oh,
and
no.
yeah.
Man, now you guys, how many inches of snow?
I didn't look at a final count yet, but it actually was sleeting and freezing rain from like 7 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, and then it snowed for a couple hours. So our whole base is ice. And then the next day it was kind of warm and things defrosted a little bit. So we got more like moisture under that. And then that froze again. So it's just like everything is so frozen and there's like, nothing salted. There's no snow plows. I mean, people are using spatulas to clean their cars off. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. And then there's a
You,
black
I,
ice,
I assume you don't have any power or heating or do you have
No, that's what
heater?
I've
That's why
been
you're
really,
wearing all of that.
I was
yeah,
wondering about that. I said, why are you wearing all these you in
me.
Savannah, you have this.
Oh my gosh. Look, it's like you guys had snow, right?
Yeah, we got snow.
Oh, you got more than us. This
Yeah.
Yeah.
time around, we got 1 inch, but
Can you
it's already was a
Oh,
mess
wow.
outside.
can you
Wait
see
a
it?
minute, that's man.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Harry, you sure that's not sand?
That's my front yard.
Harry, that's sand. That's the Savannah Beach sand.
I wish
You
it was.
still have snow there? Oh my goodness. All of
Yeah.
ours is already melted.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Here, wait, I'll show you up front. Hang on a
Gosh,
second.
Savannah.
Yeah, and there's nothing to,
Wow.
we don't have salts. We don't
No.
have, yeah, like here's our,
Oh
like,
my
I can't
goodness.
even get out my driveway or my gate. I
Wow.
can't
That's
even
like
get
one in a
anything.
thousand year snow in Savannah, right?
Yeah, here's my leftover
Wow.
trees from the hurricane right there. But yeah, we're all very snowy. So,
Good
um,
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning, Alejandro.
good morning. I'm excited that we have Justin. He'd kind of laugh at me probably.
Yeah, he's coming on now. He's just let me see. All right. We said people allow people to chime in. He said, "Oh, you guys got to wake up earlier, Atlanta."
Yeah, especially on snow days, right?
Exactly. I think my screen froze again, Chris?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got to switch. Let me
You
switch.
gotta buy a new computer, right?
I know that. That's my New Year resolution.
What's your New Year's resolution? What are you
Get a
getting?
new computer because my screen is always frozen,
Oh.
and
You're
then I
too
have to
busy.
switch over to my phone.
You're too busy on the phone. Hey, I have a resolution too. Every Atlanta Zoom or every Georgia Zoom, I'm gonna have a new Georgia coffee cup. Can you see
A new
it?
coffee cup.
Ah, I like it.
That's a lot of coffee cup.
I have a whole bunch of them. I don't know if I have one. Maybe I'll rotate them throughout the month. But I have more than five, so.
Okay, I'm switching to my phone soon. We have a few minutes, guys, so 1 minute. So, all right, guys, welcome so far. We're just allowing people to come in. You want to put up your jam there, Chris?
Alejandro, is that your wall behind you?
Is that what?
Is that a real wall behind?
Yes.
Beautiful. I love it.
Is
Love the color.
show
I
you.
love the design.
that better?
Nice.
Oh, wow. That is very unique design
I
there.
love it.
We do those. We do those that are A/B remodeling.
Oh, Alexis, hey. Can he hear us? I always forget he's in this Zoom. I always think of him being somewhere really warm and tropical.
Sorry, I was muted. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Alexis, is your first time with us? to Atlanta?
Yes, yes.
Welcome.
When I saw the Zoom, I was like, I need to hop on the Zoom call because I live in Ohio, but Atlanta is one of my markets. I have three properties in Atlanta.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. I'm looking at my phone and let me switch here. All right, I'll switch. Great.
Okay, let me turn this down. Let's get started.
Okay. We have 20 people. It is 9 o'clock, and guys, we're going to give people probably another like 5 to 8 minutes to kind of chime in. Is my screen clear here, guys? I had to switch. It's clear, right?
Yes.
See me? Okay. All right. Chris, you have the controls, and
Yeah, I'm about to mute all, and then so sometimes I don't know where the noise is coming from. So
yes.
and then I'll mute when people are talking.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
A few people are at the Aspire tour, which is
Can I say a quick aside when you're done, Pat, about Aspire?
sorry, Kid. Go ahead. You had a question?
Okay, so I gotta mute her, Pat, just 1 second.
Okay, I think you muted me at the same time too.
I'm learning. Is she there, Carrie?
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yay.
I just wanted to say really quickly, I did go to Aspire and then I went to Aspire Wealth. And my first thing that I did was text Pace and be like, oh my gosh, obviously he knows Andrew and he's agreeing to be there because, he wants that relationship and Andrew wants a relationship with him. But after learning, so much at Aspire Wealth, I texted Pace and said, like, do we have people in the community who are using these strategies and how can we invest this way and how can we, like I was all charged up about all that. And his response to me was like that the information on what you learn at Aspire Wealth is in the vault. And I was like, that vault is deep and wide. And so what he did tell me was that they are creating, I guess, a new series, and they're going to be sharing that series, obviously, after it's created with, I don't want to say all, but at least some of what you're getting at the wealth event. So as you're considering some of your options there, if that's something you want to participate in, just wanted to sort of put a pin in the fact that the community will be bringing bringing those strategies and resources to the community, hopefully
and
sooner than later. So
that's a great point there because we have a lot of those resources are already.
yeah.
And why, guys, for everyone that's kind of chiming in, this is the reason why we have our community and local Zoom, because we are we're taking those things and we're just kind of pinpointing it, right, and saying like, okay, who has used those strategies, what are you doing that's successful, what am I doing that's wrong, and just kind of highlighting each individual ones to help out everyone, kind of like basically in certain ways, like kind of hold everybody's hand and say, okay, guys, this is what we're doing. Let's kind of, level up together. And not everybody is in, the sub to paid community. Not everybody's in certain groups and certain things, but we here locally, in the Southeast in Atlanta, I think that's why we are here. This is the reason why we have these these Zooms and these meetings, because I think we're going to pinpoint each one of those as we get it. We'll bring certain experts in and say, hey, let's talk multifamily. Hey, let's talk about, raising capital, what worked. So I think what you brought up is amazing. I think it's wonderful. And I think sometimes we forget that because we have so many shiny objects and we're like, oh, all over the place. But I think when we hear that someone has done it, who is our neighbor and who's in our community, I think that's the most powerful thing, more than just us going and just watching and just learning, because then we forget about it. But thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, guys. So Chris, how are we looking with time before we just kind of get started
No,
here?
we're good. I just want to let everybody know again about our meetup. We're back live. Pat and I bring our live meetups back. So I'll put where is it? Let me go back in there. I'll put on the chat the link so you guys can go to Eventbrite and sign up for the meetup. So just so you guys know, we start kind of brainstorm what we're gonna do for this first meetup. And I wanna to really focus on co-living, pads flat, and get more information out there, bring one speaker, at least for the first part, because our meetups we like to be focused on networking. But we wanna at least have like a panel where you guys have questions and answers, and then we have a speaker kind of give an intro. But it's going to be, the first one is going to be co-living, guys. I want to bring it on. We are going to focus more on that. We are already looking at deals here, and we want to kind of tell about our experience, any questions you guys have. But that's going to be the main what we're going to be bringing with this first meetup. So it's right there, the Eventbrite. So it's going to be February 11th. So can't wait. Go
Chris,
ahead and sign up.
Chris, can you put in the link too? Because a lot of today we're going to be talking about the software, right? The new prop stream that Justin's bringing. Can you put that link up to your link?
Yeah.
Yes. So guys, so this month, just so you guys know, this month we're focusing on how to. This is our how to month. So we're focusing on how to, basically do real estate, right? It's January. We brought in a TC to kind of go over how things are done. If you don't understand 100%, you hire a TC, an expert, a person who can do those paperwork. Today we have Justin Tuminowski. So with Justin is going to talk about DealSauce. DealSauce is a software that they use. It's basically like PropStream, but it's all in one. So it should be like PropStream on steroids. So that's going to be, how to find deals, how to use those deals, how to kind of comp those deals, how to use even AI to it. So those are the things that are how to. If you guys can put in the comment what you guys would like to see within our series of how to, because we want to bring that to you guys. We want to make sure that we can kind of go over different questions, different scenarios, and just basically help everyone be successful, especially for 2025. Because 2025 is it's going to be the year for us, so all of us. So, guys, welcome Atlanta. So welcome to our Atlanta community sub 2. We could call it Atlanta in the South because we do have people all over South Carolina, Alabama, Savannah, Augusta. So guys, welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. So while we are allowing our guests to come in and more people to come in, we will, I think Chris went over our live meetups. My name is Pat Veracity and my partner is Cristiane Silveira. We do a little bit of everything. We do fix and flips, wholesaling, buy and holds. We do lending and co-living, right, Chris? A little bit of everything. So we are here in the Atlanta community, and yes, guys, everybody, welcome. If it is your first time, guys, I want to give you guys just a few minutes before we bring in Justin to kind of come in and just introduce yourself. So who is it? If it's your first time, guys, please raise your hand.
And I'll unmute.
I see the chat's
So-
going. I'm not the chat. If I get on.
Nidra, there's somebody in there. Okay.
Are you bringing someone on, Chris?
Yes.
Hello,
Nidra?
everybody. Yeah, hi, this is Nidra. Sorry, I can't put my video on right now, but yeah, this is my first time in the meeting. I was recently in Atlanta. I just put that in the chat. So visited with you guys at the meetup, had a great time. So much of a great time that we're even looking at purchasing a house down that way. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. And where
Awesome.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Wow. Well, welcome.
Yep.
Cold up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. I won't even tell you how cold.
Well, welcome. I think we so Deidre, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes. Guys, who else is new for the first time? I know
I have Fiona here. She raised her hand.
yes.
Good morning.
Morning. Happy Friday,
Happy
Fiona.
Friday to you guys too. I'm so excited to be here. So, I joined Gator a little while ago. I'm the wonderful Roni I think she's on here. She let us know that this call was happening, so I am joining. I need to make it to a meetup. But yeah, I'm excited. You guys are lovely. Sorry I can't have my video on. I'm in North Georgia. The squirrels run across my line. I lose connection, so video stays off unless it's absolutely necessary. But I'm in Baldwin. For anyone who doesn't know that, I'm on the east side of North Georgia, closer to South Carolina than Atlanta. But yeah, happy to be here. Thank you guys for hosting this. And this is a super awesome, incredible community. So thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, who else? Who else is new for the first time here, guys? We just wanted to come introduce yourself.
My turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Alexis. I live in Ohio. I'm a sub-2 Gator student as well. I'm in Owners Club as well. I do co-living. I do multifamily, small assets, and I syndicate deals as well. And I do midterm rental as well. So thank you for having me, and hopefully can see you guys in person soon.
Yes. Thank you, Alexa.
Welcome. Yes.
Chris, there's a couple other people there. Richard, right? Is it Richard?
I got Abner.
Okay.
Hi guys, good morning. My name is Abner. I'm here in Brookhaven. I live in Flowery Branch. I'm a real estate agent, and I work with investors to help them lower their tax liabilities by investing in real estate. And I'm looking myself to do my first creative finance deal this year. That's one of my goals. So decided to join this, and I want to connect with as many people as I can, and get that going for this year.
Thank you.
Awesome. You're in the right place.
Just real quick, how'd you heard about us?
He's gone.
If there is we have next there.
Richard.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, morning.
So good. I'm in New York. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm looking to find another marketplace. I think New York and New Jersey's on the expensive side. Looking to find multifamily to grow a portfolio. I do commercial currently, and I look to buy centers that I could scale in the automotive industry. And we're working on one right now, and we're looking to scale that and build a regional chain. So I hopped on the call because I saw Deal Sauce as a platform, and I was kind of wanting to see how all that pans out. And I understand you got a very vibrant group in Atlanta.
Yes.
I was wondering if the gentleman with sandals ever pops in on these calls. Abraham Ray, is he part of the group over there as well?
Yes, Abraham. We were at lunch last week with Abraham.
Nice.
You know, Abraham, he's too crazy. But you know, he's so anytime that anybody messages him, you can walk into his office. I mean, he's such a great person, but I think he's too busy to. We might have him over, right, Pat?
Yeah,
I want to bring to my podcast, like going there and But welcome, Richard.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
So
you.
nice to
you.
have you. Yes.
Well, we have today, guys.
Yeah, so I have two more people. So next one is Venice. Is that right? Did I say your name correctly? Okay.
Is it?
Okay, I don't know what happened, but
Okay.
Melvin?
There she is. She said she can't unmute Venice.
Oh, okay.
By the way, did it warm up a little bit? Because I was at the Aspire conference a few weeks ago, and I didn't know that you have weather like that in Atlanta. I thought we were in the South. I brought like short sleeve shirts.
We didn't know either. Talking about that, Carrie, where are you, Carrie? Carrie, can you show everybody? Carrie's down in Savannah, Georgia. Carrie, show everybody your white sand there. Is she still there? So Carrie, Savannah.
Can you hear me?
Look at this.
Oh my. I really didn't expect that. I thought it was like the tropics, Atlanta. I mean, I grew up in Cleveland in the snow belt, so New York's a little warmer, but you were freezing at that conference. It was really cold.
Amazing, guys. Amazing. All right, guys. So let's get
All
started.
right. No, can I just finish? There's two more people.
Okay.
Hey, Melvin.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Melvin Jordan. I've been in I just joined the community I've been about 4 or 5 days now. Reached out to Christy. Thank you for sending me the invite to this morning's meeting. Thank you. I got that.
Awesome.
I'm in Metro Atlanta. I live in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So I wanted to be a part of an Atlanta group so I can see faces and get a chance to JV with some people. I've done a couple single family fix and flips, but I'm very interested in multifamily and affordable housing. So I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and doing some
Awesome.
deals.
Welcome. Yes.
Thank you.
And one more.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. My name is Gussie Hopkins. I was actually invited to the group by Abraham from an event that we attended for Group Home for Newbies. So as far as what I do as a project manager is my daytime. And as far as we help with placement for those who have group homes or co-living setups. And as well as mixed use developers. So that's why I'm here so that I can start sourcing my own deals.
Wonderful, wonderful. No, thanks for being here. We have a few, so definitely reach out. My number's on there. We have a few that we need to get people filled in. So yes. All right, Chris.
Okay,
you want?
there's one more. Okay, one more, guys. Sorry. Okay, one second. I'm getting there. Heather. Okay. Yes, Heather Grizzard.
Morning. I am not new, but I just wanted to pop on because we are planning an event in February and it's going to be something new. So I wanted to give a little bit of a preview. It is a charity dinner and we're going to be doing it for Frontline Housing. That's the nonprofit organization that Pace visited while he was in Atlanta. And Alexis Morgan and I are the co-host, and we are getting the Frontline Housing founder and also one of the recipients of their services to come and speak, and then also a Section 8 speaker. So I just wanted to throw that out there and put the Eventbrite link.
Heather, let me know. Alexis and I talked about that, and I think I have a speaker for her, but could you just follow back up with me on that so I can confirm?
Awesome.
Yes, we are still looking for that Section 8 speaker, so that's awesome.
I think I have that person, but I just got to confirm.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so I spotlight our guest speaker, Justin.
Guys, welcome. Guys, everybody on the side chat, please give a warm welcome to Justin. Just, I don't know butcher your name because my last name is hard too. Tuminowski, right? Is that right? Awesome, guys. Welcome. Guys, welcome, Justin. All right, it's all yours, Justin. I think we have to...
Unmute. I gotta unmute. Okay. There we go. There we go. I knew. I was like, Justin has more energy than that. What's going on? It's my fault.
They'll get it. It's all good. It's 9 a.m.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Holy mackerel, you guys have a little, you have some energy on a Friday morning. I love that.
It's Friday. That's why we like Fridays.
I like it. And
is everybody excited? I mean, it's the new year. I can't wait to hear about deal sauce. So excited.
Yeah, Pat and Christiane, thank you so much for having me and everybody else in Atlanta. I've got some messages. I wanted to see if there was there's a gentleman, David Wilkerson, I believe his name is, from Alabama. I don't know if he was going to come in today. So David, if you're in here, I saw some of my friends in here. I saw Heather Porter. So we have New York all the way down to Georgia. And I know that Pat, I think you guys have hooked up with Heather and her husband before, or they've been to one of your properties. But good to see some faces in here. Tracy, Carrie. But yeah, thanks for having me. Listen, Deal Sauce, I'm not trying to be a spokesman. I'm not trying to sell anything. Really, I was just gracious enough. If anyone knows Pace Morby, of course we do. We're all here for that. But if you're in the community or outside the community, I've just been blessed enough just to be asked to be a part of it, right? I think one of the key components is um, I'm a deal finder. So I like that fishing aspect of finding deals, right? I'm not necessarily a hunter, right? So I don't really, if I go fishing, I don't want to bring the fish back and cut it up myself. I like to, get the fish, put it on the table and go back out the door and go get some more fish and let someone else cut the fish up and fry it up and do the thing with it, right? I mean, I'll come back and eat it later, but that's what excites me. And Pace is like, hey, come on in. I need you. Well, actually, it was just a random email. It was just a random phone call, a random invite on a calendar by some name I didn't know. It happened to be a foreign name. So I thought it was like, how did this freaking VA get in my calendar and book a time? And who the hell are they? So I blocked them. It's a little story how I became involved in this. And I blocked this person. And I never block anybody. But I was just like, damn, how did this software person get in here? And it said software. I'm like, they're going to do a demo. They're going to try to sell me on something. What did I click? So the next thing you know, I blocked them. The day must have come. I get a text. Hey, you coming to the meeting? I'm like, who is this? And long story short, they're like, hey, I'm a friend of Pace Morby's. I go, oh, sure you are. Sure you are. I've heard this one before. And next thing you know, he's like, no, really, Justin, your presence is requested. Okay. However, I'm like, shit, excuse my language. I should probably go to this. Just see what's going on. Just to see what's cooking. And sure enough, I open the Zoom and there's Jamil Damji on an elliptical, put his phone out, and there's some faces I don't know. And then there's Pace going, oh, sorry, Justin, you probably don't even know why you're here. So that's how things unfold really with Pace Morby in this crazy world we were in. But, I think it's so fun, so cool. And that's just part of entrepreneurship. It's how we all sometimes have to roll, right? Just roll with the punches. And so now that's the backstory of how I got into this. But really, I'm here because of the lead finding, deal finding, and just bringing that sense of our community into a software. This is not a hedge fund. This is not PropStream. This is not batch leads. This is Pace and Jim Mills software. Jamil brought a person in, Pace brought a person in, and there was a collaboration. So that's the end of my elevator speech. Thank you and have a good night. And I'll see you guys later.
All right. So first question that I have here. So why did you guys decide to build a new app, or what was the need for the, on lead generation and all of that? Because yes.
I mean, I could go.
What was the pain?
I can talk. So I could give you the long story, but I'll give you the short version. Pace, about a year ago, this time, actually, I was down with him this point last year, and he came to me and he's like, hey, dude, like, buckle up. We're gonna do something special. We're going after bigger pockets. And I think I could say that now. And I'm like, okay. He's like, they drew blood. We're going after it. And we're gonna be the biggest community ever.
We love it. We love it. That's amazing.
And dude, that's a battle cry. You know what I mean? For me, I think you guys know that, like, I bleed sub 2, and it's a battle cry. And I'm like, dude, I'm here. So whatever you need. And but it's more than that. It's also hedge fund owned PropStream. Great stuff. Like, all the data is the same. All the stuff we get is essentially everyone can get the same data. It's how you aggregate it and how you filter it. But the biggest thing is it's a hedge fund. They're constantly selling, trading, doing things. And really what we're trying to do is, I'd love to have this as, from a prospect. We call, guys, just so you know, when we go outside, and if you're brand new to this community, like, seriously, welcome. Buckle up. Even if you're on the outside, not even a community member, a sub 2 community member, you don't have to be. Hang out with Pat, hang out with his team, hang out with everybody here. You're going to get enough value. Just keep showing up is all I ask. But at the end of the day is, the software it's just a prospect. Like, you're going to go search a property. That's a prospect, if that. until someone says, hey, I'm ready to sell, I'm ready to do some business with you, then it becomes a lead. But so we're looking to take this from that prospect stage to the inception, the brand new lead, all the way to the title company. So let's talk about selling the deal, funding the deal, EMD, double closing, transactional funding, your gators, everything, TCs. I want it all in here.
Amazing.
And
show of hands, guys, on the side chat, how many people are already using some kind of prop wire, preview, prop stream? How many people are already using that? So we got quite a few people, right?
Tools in the tool belt.
Yes. So those are the tools. And just so you know, so this month we're focusing on how to, right? It's January. Like, okay, how do people that are in our community, in the Atlanta community, that don't, they're just hanging around us, how do they get into deals? How do they do real estate? They're in there, they're in, we just had this conversation before you came in. It's like people know it, people see it, they're there, and they watch all the YouTube channels. But what we're explaining is like, this is the reason why we do what we do in terms of the Atlanta community Zoom, because we are your neighbors. Like, we're here to kind of, show you that, hey, we've done it, right? Like, for me, I'm excited to have you here because I want to learn deal sauce. I haven't got to deal sauce yet. I've got prop stream, but I want to learn it. But to see someone who that is being so successful at it, that's what helps us. Like, we're here to hold each other's hands and move up, because we can see it all day long, but sometimes we have so many shiny objects. Like, most people, not me, but most people, they would say, like, they overthink it and they're not really doing it. So that's those. So for us, we just want to allow them to see what we're doing, show them the tools that we use, and they can use it too if they so choose. And again, like you said, we're not selling anything. We just want to see the tools. We want to see it. So if they want to use it, they can. Definitely, I'm going to use it. So it's amazing.
No, and you're right. And guys, that's, again, we're not selling anything, honestly. Like Scout's honor. It's really what it is, though. What we are telling and what we are screaming from the mountaintops, and what you're going to guarantee I'm going to do, is scream from the rooftops from this community about the product that we have. Like, well, because we're standing behind it. I mean, it's like, it's the family crest, in my opinion. Like, we're going to be behind our family crest, right? So that's really all it is. And I don't expect everyone to buy into everything. Listen, again, there's so many other systems out there. I have PropStream. I have Deal Machine. Someone put it on my comments on my YouTube. I'm doing a ton of like tutorials on my YouTube about Deal Sauce because it's so brand new, and I need to. There's a ton of questions that get asked all the time. So I'm using my YouTube as a resource, but at the same time, someone's like, hey, what Deal Machine, which is a driving for dollars app. Guys, if you don't know what driving for dollars is, it's you drive around, look at distressed properties, and it's really a cool tool, which I'm trying to incorporate into Deal Sauces soon. But you mark properties. You drive by a bad house, a house with a tarp on it, tall grass, looks distressed, you mark it. You can then, it's really just adding an inventory list, right? And then you can do whatever you want with it. Direct mail, cold call, text message, go knock on the door, do whatever you want with it. But at the end of the day, someone's asking me, like, which one? I'm like, yo, you're asking the wrong person, because especially I'm a blue collar guy. I'm in New England. I am an electrician by trade. I'm a licensed electrician, and I love my tools still. I don't get to swing the hammers as much. I sold part of my business, but I still love that trades work. But I don't have just a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. I have a plethora of tools, and this is just one of those tools. And so that's the other thing I need to preface. Like, guys, like, when you're starting out brand new, this actually is probably a software that I would get behind, because you're going to come to see that you can bring, like, I actually don't know this for a fact, but I just heard it, that you can bring up to 10 people inside of your account for free. Like, PropStream charges me $25 to have my VA in there a month. So I'm like, dude, you can get this thing for free. You can actually make money with this software if you have people like giving you $12 a month or something. So I just want to like show that no one's trying to get rich on this thing. It's just like, hey, we're sick of the big dogs controlling this. Here's our start. Here's the rookie season of us.
That's amazing.
Picking this up.
Do you have Chris, did you give Justin the screen where he can show the screen?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see if we should do that then.
So yeah, I'll share the screen, and so good to see you, Heather. Miss you. So guys, what do you want to see? Like, we can pull lists, and we can do everything, because right now we've been doing a lot as you know, No One Left Behind, LOI Blaster, which is sending LOIs out. And one of the things here, which got released yesterday, I haven't told, I don't know how it's gonna go because we have LOI Blaster in our community as well, but we can send offers from here.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's not LOI Blaster. It's free.
Yes.
So it actually just came out yesterday. I haven't even made a video on it. I haven't even talked about it.
My gosh, that's okay. All right. Okay, let's get going. Guys, so what questions does anybody have any questions? I know there's gonna be tons of questions, right? But first off, do you guys know what prop stream is? Let's just start with that because I know that's the initial. Does everybody know what prop stream is? Can we get a one if you know what it is and a two if you don't know what it is? Let's get a side chat there. Okay, so we have a lot of people that knows it already. Okay, amazing. Okay, great. Okay, so we have very knowledgeable people here, Justin.
Carrie raised her hand. Hi, Carrie.
What's up, Carrie?
Hi.
Carrie, I think you muted again.
You got it, Carrie?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
I said hi to Justin and thank you for being here. We're obviously so excited to have you and so excited about Deal Sauce. I know you've been so busy. I've been hitting you up on Instagram and messaging you about Deal Sauce, trying to understand. I mean, for those of us who already use PropStream, for us who use LOI Blaster, that was I don't know if you saw my comment when you said about we can send offers out. That's like a whole other level to this. But initially, in trying to evaluate the two, my question was, because I know I wasn't on an LOI Blaster Zoom call early on where we were trying to use Deal Sauce, and I think we were having some glitches. So my initial question was, are you finding that this is now working seamlessly with LOI Blaster? Then I would ask, how is PropStream and Deal Sauce different? And then I had another question.
Don't go too far because I will forget.
Okay, so
you could save it. You could put it in the chamber, but I would say let's stop right there.
Okay.
LOI Blaster, we don't have a direct button right now. Although I did bring Myron in early, and what happens, there's a totem pole is what I have, and I have a Notion list. Guys, when I tell you that we meet 4 hours a week, if not more, just with developers. And it's just like implementing and bugs and things. And we're always meeting on this. And I'm like, all right, so when can we start the new phases of like all the stuff that we have on the list? Like, and it's like, oh, slow down. We're still getting things dialed in. So I would love to say that we have a button just like, hey, find leads near me. And it just says LOI Blaster or something over here. We're not there yet. However, I think if you were there last Friday with Myron, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw you in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really just exporting. We just want to make it super easy to export and then just upload the list into LOI Blaster. So, and I don't know if there's going to be like an API link in right now for that, but it's not anywhere near the top of the radar.
But we can use it pretty seamlessly the same way we would use another resource like PropStream once we pull our lists.
Oh yeah. And sorry to interrupt you. And Myron, we've been seeing the one great thing I can tell you over PropStream is our agent data, our emails has been phenomenal. And I stand behind that. And Myron just said, he texted me, he's like, dude, I pulled 5,000 records in Florida. He's like, PropStream had 70% of what we have. No. So he's like, we're 30% more than PropStream. So, and like, I looked at the list, it was like, we just pulled one the other day too. It was like, there was like 12 out of like 1,000, there was like 12 missing agents. Now, and guys, if they don't give us, the agent doesn't give us their information, we won't get it. So we're only as good as the data that we get and receive, especially if you have these little towns and little counties and little sections of the country that don't report constantly to the higher ups. I'll just say like the places where the data gets reported to. We're only as good as what we're being told. So I keep that notion, like we cannot go to someone's, personal records.
Yes.
Although AI is doing that technically.
Justin, before we get started, can we give the dummy down proof of, sorry, maybe that's a wrong term, but for someone who has never used it, right? Someone who's brand new to real estate. So what are they, for us who've used PropStream, for us who's used, data search and records and things like that, give somebody who's their first time here, they don't know anything about real estate, they want to learn, what is this that we are showing to them?
All right, I'm gonna put myself in the shoes that I knew where I was, that I was at my 9 to 5 and I first learned about a software just like this. And I did not even know it existed. I had to learn all this stuff grassroots. I didn't have a mentorship. I didn't have sub two. I didn't have your an Atlanta accountability call that is worth probably $1,000 just showing up today, if not more. So I put myself in those shoes and going, wait, hold on. You can get this information. So guys, all this is a search engine essentially for houses, real estate, anything real estate really related. Think of it that way. That's the broader spectrum, but let's just hone it down because we have to, right? Let's just put Atlanta in and let's just go in to show what I'm talking about. And we're going to say, hey, just like you're going to do a Google search or you're going to go on Zillow or Redfin, Justin, can we bring up, show me houses that are listed for sale? We can all do that. We all know Zillow. We all know those big dogs. So that's what you have here. That's just very basic. And you're going to get a house. It's on market. It's active. All the things, guys. Your description. So we're taking it, all your agent data. So cool, right? We haven't done anything too crazy just yet. But this is where you start to get into, I think, well, let's do one more thing. This is where we're going to get a little bit deeper. Now, if we started to go like, hey, let's look at someone who might not be on market. Let's go, not even pre-foreclosures. Let's go with someone who, we'll call them a board investor. So probably like a senior owner, investor. But look at this, guys. This is probably a good example. Look at all these designations. Look at all these little flags. Absentee owner. Absentee owner means that they don't live in the property or their mailing address is different than the property address that we're looking at. So that's what that means. So that's actually really good. That's a strategy. That's a good way of finding deals, finding opportunities, I should say. So active listings, just went through that.
A board investor? What is that?
Board investor, those are the people I love. That's who I want. We do microfamily. So microfamily is, we want our small multifamilies, we want multifamilies, we want investors. We want to take their properties and also creative finance is a great component to that because investors don't want to pay taxes. So moving on, but it's cash buyers. So they probably bought this cash. It's free and clear, so there's no mortgage on it. Laura Lee, there's her name. That's who owns it. And she has a delinquent tax. Look at that. All right. So it is active on market. The list price is $270. The status is pretty new. And check it out, though. Here's something that's brand new to this 2020, late 24, 25. And it's AI. And you're going to see more and more AI, of course. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone knows about it. ChatGPT, all these things. But we have scores now on the homes, and they're reading homes and they're reading the address, but they're also reading the person. And it's pretty creepy. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't beat them, join them, right? I don't know what else to say other than I don't think we can stop AI other than now leveraging it to make finding opportunities easy for us. And getting in front of folks the easiest and aggregating it down to the funnel. And I think of it as a gumball machine. It's like you got this huge gumball machine. It's got all the gumballs in it. And at the end of the day, you're going to put your quarter in, turn the knob, and it spits a gumball out. And maybe once in a while you get two. Those were good days when I was a kid. And you get a gumball at the end of it, but you have this big pile at the top. It's just a funnel. That's all it is. And we're going to get data that tells us that. So as a newbie, one last thing, Pat, and then we'll stop. We can go, here's all your on-market things. Here's your photos, cool, all your information. I mean, listen, you can call Laura right now. Wow. And no excuses why you can't just pick up your cell phone. If you don't have a cell phone, go get a Google Voice number. It's free. So I don't want the excuse of you don't having a cell phone or you can't call long distance. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but I'm trying to eliminate excuses. And at the bottom here, we have Laura Lee. Ooh, right in the, we're going to smack you in the face, right, with other properties that Laura actually owns. So Laura's an investor. Clearly, she's doing something. She's paid cash for this deal. She's a free and clear owner. You can tell a lot by just some of these things here. And she has other deals: cash buyer, free and clear, free and clear. So she probably is savvy. And then look at down here, guys. If anyone is brand new, when you can look at someone's financials really quickly, and I mean saying financials, I just mean the deed, the notes, the lending, some of the financials of a home, of a purchase, of a transaction. That's where I was brand new. I was like, oh dang. I actually didn't know how to decipher a lot of that then, but at the same time, I was like, I've never seen a place that can aggregate all this stuff and put it all together. I didn't even know this existed. So
Wow.
back in the day, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a newbie. It's a lot to take in, but this is all the stuff you need, like, to start being successful in the business. You know, this is really all you need to get going.
But this is something we used to go from page to page, right? We're like, oh, let me look up their loans. Let me look up their phone number. Let me look up, like, you have to go from page to page to try to figure out who they are. And you're putting all this in one page where there's just one click.
I'm trying to negotiate. Well, it's not me. It's going to be bigger powers, but we're trying to negotiate where it's you click on this, just like this agent information is here. So please don't quote me here, but I do see it coming. I think it's going to come. That all the skip trace data is going to come for free just right in here. So we have the emails, all the phone numbers, everything. So again, there's no excuses why we cannot do deals or take action. We're going to give you all the tools to do it. So, you know, call it what we want, but we're trying to make it so effortless. Like,
and what I love about that, because I'm always on Zillow, right? Because it's just the easiest, like the lowest hanging fruit. We're used to it. And as I'm finding something, and I'm like, oh, I got to go call the agent on it because it's long days on market. I'm having to go to Google, skip trace her phone number because it's not on there, and I'm having to find her phone number to call her, and you have it right there. So that's wow.
yeah. So, and that's the thing. And I want to have the homeowner's information in there too. So that's coming too. Because if that agent doesn't pick up, that agent doesn't respond, hey, you had an opportunity. I'm going right to the owner, especially if there's something that looks lucrative. Because listen, get out of my way from doing a deal, right? Like, respectfully, we're going to give you all the tools to go get dangerous. And that's what we should do. So
There's
Pat,
some questions on the chat, and somebody raised their hand. So
sure.
do you want me to read the questions on the chat? Says, I did see, oh, so can you show us the direct email you mentioned?
Boom. Click of a button. You got Jeffrey Hicks, 404 Jeffrey Hicks's agent info, his brokerage. And we got a deal here, 143 days on market for 150 grand. So now, all right, that's a perfect example of going, obviously it's distressed. I mean, this looks like a postcard right here. But Jeffrey, catch me up to speed on what's going on with Flowers Place and like what's going on. Why haven't you sold it? What's the deal? And that's it. Like, he might say, listen, dude, this needs a cash offer. It needs to be at whatever the price is. Sorry, I'm bouncing around, 150K. He might sell us, you know, or there's no loans and liens that I can see, so it could just be a cash deal. Who owns it? Vera Sims. So Vera Sims needs to get out of this deal. And hey, how can we do it? Has anyone presented any creative options? I mean, not saying that that's this deal, guys, but that's all you have to do. It's literally, you don't have to pay for anything other than just
so you guys know, like, just to give you guys an example, right? Like, Chris and I, we've had probably, we've looked at a dozen deals just yesterday alone. And, the wholesalers that are bringing us there, like you guys that are brand new, right? We're looking to buy deals at this moment. We're looking to buy 3 flips. And yesterday alone, we've had probably, half a dozen wholesalers send us deals that is on market, that they got under contract, and they got it for whatever let's say the listing price is 200,000, and they got it for 150, and they're turning around and they're selling it to us now for a fix and flip. Like, this I'm just trying to make it simple, like just simple mindset. It's like this is how you find deals. If you are new to real estate, you this is what you need to find deals and sell it to us. Because for us, if the margins are good enough, we'll buy it. And there are tons of investors like us out there.
Yeah, for sure. No, you said it. Go find the opportunity, get someone to raise their hand, and then all you have to do is just facilitate that with this community. Align yourself with the right person. Say, hey, I have an opportunity I need some help with, and get Pat on the phone, get someone else on the phone, someone to help out. Maybe they do go do a on in-person, seller appointment. And next thing you know, you're part of a transaction. You got your first deal. You made a chunk of money.
Is this
And
live? Is this live right now? Is this old data? Is this something that you maybe a week ago, or what is this like?
this is, yeah, I just aggregated. All I did was 5% interest rate. So I just said, hey, on market. I didn't even do low equity or anything. I did on market. Where am I? I added mobile homes because we always drop out land mobile homes because I don't know. There's a lot of investors who complained like, hey man, I'm not into mobile homes. But I'm putting mobile homes in here because actually we have 3 under contract right now and we make a lot of money with them. So let's go with what else did I do? Square feet? No. Where am I here? Ownership, mortgage, 5%. That's a max. So that's where I'm going to as a ceiling, and that's all we did. And on the left-hand side, you can see what I did here. Board investors. It's not all active on market, guys. We can get rid of board investors and it would just go everything on market. But we want that designation of board investor. So we're looking for someone to maybe who wants to exit a deal right now. So we have 57 board investors with an estimated mortgage rate of 5% or less on market. That's the criteria we're searching. So we're narrowing it down, that funnel. Keep in mind. So we'll just go dealer's choice here. We'll go to this one. 8 days on market. Okay, so not particularly long. But again, Esther's information's right here. Esther, what's going on? Hey, is your seller any offers? Is your investor or seller looking for any tax savings? I'm an investor myself. Anything we can collaborate on? Whatever the conversation needs to be. This is a vacancy, high equity, board investor, active listing, absentee owner. I mean, tell me that's not an.
I see a lot of pain points.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
A lot of pain points.
And there we go again. There is more opportunities. Hey, maybe not this
smart.
property, but do you have any others?
So those are the properties they own right there. Those are more.
Yeah. These are saying that these are all part of his portfolio. And
Wow.
what they're tied to is either his LLC and or his mailing address.
Amazing. Wow. Wow.
And so
I have a question. There's someone has a question. Alphonse, I think I said your name correctly.
Yes. Hi, good morning. Hey, Justin. I'm actually a fellow New Englander here in Atlanta.
yes, don't say that too loud.
I know we have a lot of haters. So, hey, I wanted to ask a quick question about being able to import my own list. I pull from Georgia MLS. Is that possible with Deal Sauce?
Heck yes, it's one of my favorite strategies. It's called the what do I call it? The stirred sauce.
Stirred.
Man, I should pick something I can actually say.
Let's stir.
Stirred sauce. Yeah, and we're stirring it up, right? We're taking something that's already there and we're going to stir it up. So one of my favorite strategies is we talked about Deal Machine earlier. Again, I have no problem talking about other softwares because I love tools, right? I am an investor. I am investing in freaking tools to get what I want. So I do Driving for Dollars. Now I've had this list since 2019. And my brother's on it, my team's on it. We have 35, 40,000 prospects that we mail and target every month. And we just pull 3 or 4 out every month out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I upload that list to here. Now it's not the same list because we can do 5,000 at a time, but that's exactly where you're going to do that. Excuse me. You're going to upload your list right here as a CSV file. And in there, all I care about is 4 data points: property, street, the address, name. So like the number and the name of the property, the city or town, state, zip code. Zip code only the first 5 of the zip code. Don't give me that extra 4. And I think I can show you here. Yeah, right here. You can see this, right?
Okay, right.
All you need to do in a CSV file is give me that. put that in a CSV file and upload it. And just don't do 5,000 or more at a time.
Is there an extra charge for that? No problem.
Heck no. The only thing I will tell you though is this. So you're going to upload a list. Let's say you did 5,000 and it was just a potpourri of everything. And you're going to have multifamilies, like you're just driving around adding properties, say it was Deal Machine, or even your MLS one, because you might have stuff on there that might teeter the commercial side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Or the address is very weird, like it's a Route 101, 130 Route 101, and route is not spelled ROUTE or it's RT. Bro, sometimes no matter where you go, you're going to have a number of drop off or a percentage of drop off from that address that's quirky, or a multifamily that says, it's 2-4 Main Street, but the UPS, I can get so deep with this, but like the addresses could just be different. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have some that drop off. You might have 5,000 that go in. Some of the commercial will pull off, and some of those weird addresses might pull off. So you might end up with like 4,400. I don't know. Or you might get all 5,000. So just be prepared. I'm warning you now. If you see some fall off, it's completely normal. But when you get that list, just like I pulled now, it's going to pop up and populate. It's going to be your CSV. Actually, we can probably do one here. But we'll just do one. I'll do just an example like we are going to do one. We'll go back to a regular search. It pops up just like this, but your file name is going to be where Atlanta, Georgia is. Mm-hmm. And then you can aggregate it again, stir it up. For me, I have AI access and I can do some AI things. So I'm going to play with the AI, or I'm going to go to the retail score or the landlord score and say, I want to filter this by anybody 500 or more with a distress score. And then I'm going to come back and it's going to spit back, a number for me. Everybody over 500 on this retail score. Oops, sorry. So then I can take that and just market that list. Or I can filter it by days on market, rental estimates, last sale date, these things here. Does that help at all?
Yeah, definitely. Basically what I was using it for was just to be able to get the agent data as well as the mortgage data, to be able to download that out as a CSV and then put it into the LOI blaster. But
heck yeah. So when you get that, bro, that's so smart. And again, like that's so cool that I'm not even doing that. So I love that you're doing something different that I'm also not doing.
Turn it up.
Take that whole list right here, select all. It's going to go into your lead bucket right here. All right. So everything's in there. Just say it's 56, right? You can skip trace it from here. Of course, I saw our direct mail comment. You can direct mail from here. You can send to the portfolio, which is a completely different freaking additional software we're giving. It's underwriting and CRM backup house. We're not going to talk about that right now. But what you're going to look for is this download. And if anyone is smart enough, smarter than I am, because I don't know how to do it, Facebook custom audience, we're given an option to do stuff like that, to go target people, which is creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But what I'm concerned here with is all the data points that you can add here. So the same for LOI Blaster, same for everybody who's going to export. This is where you're going to export your data. Pull it off the system. And we store all your lists too. So if you have a problem, you deleted it, you can't find it, you come in, it's going to be here. We're storing everybody's data, like everybody's search lists for you. And then you're just going to hit export 56 leads. And it's going to go right into, your downloads here or wherever it might be a zip file. It might be a CSV file. All your exports sitting here. I can go back from 121. Well, it's not that far ago, long ago, and download the lists.
Awesome.
So
God.
Pretty cool stuff.
There's Kevin wants to ask a question too.
Sure.
Are we doing questionnaire now?
Whatever Justin wants to do, I can read. Once you let me know.
You know what? It's up to you guys. I'm here for you guys. So you tell me. I don't mind.
I like the questions, unless some people, they like to go through their material. I like to kind of throw in there, but it's up to you. So
let's hear the questions. Let's do it. Because unless you guys direct me somewhere, I want to, I'm here for everybody.
Yeah, Kevin?
Yep. Hey, thank you, Justin. Hey, thanks for showing us. This is actually very amazing. I have a quick question just in terms of skip tracing. Something I've ran into a few times is properties that have been inherited by, obviously someone's passed and the property is vacant, or in one particular case, I've got a property that's been burned down and the heirs don't want anything to do with it, so I'm told, but I don't know how to get a hold of the heirs. And I'm just trying to dial in on the skip tracing piece. And as a general rule, that's one of the things I seem to run into consistently is the challenge of skip tracing the out of town owners or the inherited owners.
Yeah. So, I mean, typically long-term owners, as long as there's people that moved in and out, from what I understand. Now, if you had like mom and dad's house, right? And we all lived there and we all moved in and out throughout the years, right? Over the course of like 20, 30 years, you'll start to pick up the daughters and the kids or the siblings or whoever's moved in and out of that address and use that address as a mailing address. You will get their data. So typically we give about seven, I think it's about 7 phone numbers as the going, as the statistic says, it's about the first 3 phone numbers and any skip trace are usually the most powerful. After the 3rd number, they start to dwindle, right? As likely being the right person you're looking for. That's really for the homeowner. Now, if they're dead, deceased, or no longer there, doesn't help us. But yeah, the kids, bro, I mean, it really is come from me as a deal finder. If you really want my honest opinion, those are one-offs. We have a special, my VA is really good. And she's my virtual assistant and my assistant. And honestly, I would skip trace. We would try that. After that, we go to obituaries. I look up who the lady was, or the woman, or the man who passed away. And I'm just being honest, right? I go into the obituaries, look and see, then it usually says survived by, or predeceased by, or whatever. And you look for the kids. And then I go for the kids, and then we go and see if they match up with some of the records that we have. Or true people search, right? Well, it takes a certain amount of time. Those are one-offs. That to me is not going to be the bazooka or the grenade that we all so often do here with data mining, prospecting, and looking for someone to raise their hand. If you have an opportunity that's a burnt down house that you're looking for the heirs, bro, I would spend way more time on those. And they require more time and effort and care and caressing than our, LOI blaster sending out 1,000 emails in one day, if that makes any sense.
Awesome. I have Calvin here has a question. And Justin, I do want your VA to train mine, okay?
I don't know if she's got the time.
You can build a business right there.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Justin, how you doing? Just to touch on that, on the obituaries and everything like that. So what about probates? Because I know in PropWire you can look for free probate listings. So does DealSoft, can you look for probates up in here and reach out to the executors?
Yeah, probate's going to be only if the state allows you, right? So we're going to have, what do we have here? We have probates, deceased probate right here. So, but like, for instance, it's state by state, and probates are harder, in my opinion. I know someone who was doing some of them, and there's always people that are successful in every endeavor, right? In every strategy, in every area, there's always a professional. My understanding and how I've had this, and we've done some things by luck. You really got to go to make the relationships with in my opinion, is the probate attorneys. If you're going to ask Pace Morby, that's his answer, guarantee it, because we've had this discussion. But yeah, sure. You can go find a probate, if it shows. I can't tell you guys if it's on a show. Actually, hold that thought really quickly. Someone asked me earlier, what's the difference between PropStream? I think it was Tracy maybe, or PropStream. And here's the one favorite thing that I do. And it's going to go into the probate. You can search the whole dang state. Can't do that. I spelled it wrong. You can't do that in PropStream. And how about this? Want me to just do this? Let's do Georgia and Florida. Let's just freaking layer it.
When it like pinpoints you to like a district or an area.
Bro, I just brought up Florida and Georgia.
Say what?
Like, PropStream, you can't do that. PropStream gives you 250 square miles. It's BS. They limit you. So anyway, I don't like handcuffs. So back to the probate. Sorry for the ADD moment there, guys. I had to just make sure I meant to tell that earlier. So let's go to probate. Actually, we brought up probate because I already had clicked it. So Florida already brought it up. We have 4,900 potential probates. Now, I can't tell you what the dates are in here, guys, because there might be a deceased person from a year ago and it's still going on.
Okay.
But really, bro, I don't know if you're gonna have it's a harder business in my opinion. This is just my opinion. And I know I'm here for deal sauce. I'm not here for like a preaching of lead generation, but it's a harder one. And you're dealing with I'm going through it right now. My father passed away in April. I still have a probate case open. He had a will. Someone contested it.
Sorry to hear about that.
And it's just a nightmare. And it's money. So the next thing you know, if no one agrees, you're stalemate and all the attorneys control it. So what you really want is to get in front of a good attorney in your local market, in your local area, and be a value provider and be just, what can I do to help families? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then they think of you when something happens. And they say, hey, this family needs some help. We want a quick cash offer or a quick creative solution. They haven't paid the mortgage in 3 months. Their bank's going to probably foreclose on this thing at some point and be that value and service provider. That's how I would try to approach it. It's just you cultivate that in the backside for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't hope I didn't take the wind out of your sails on anything.
Oh no, that was the information I needed because I know that you have to kind of build relationships with attorneys, and I've tried that, and some attorneys kind of looked at me sideways, like why would you need this information for? So it's just kind of hard to explain, how I can offer my services and offer value, there. So it just kind of like kind of seemed like an odd conversation.
Who's that? Kevin? Don't gotta worry about Kevin. Kevin has a lot of wind.
So and this is Kevin, right? Kevin.
Calvin.
Oh, Calvin. Sorry. Calvin, hey, so the only thing I can say is if you were to do this, it's all about timing. And I'll give you one quick story. And guys, I promise it's quick. It was just by chance we do a lot of direct mail. And I had chance just mailed. I don't know if we went after a probate list. I think we may have. Again, my VA, she'll pull tax records. We go like out to the counties, we go to the clerk lady if they don't report back here. And sometimes it's slow, like I said. So these things are slower. You have to go find them yourself in your backyard. And I think we mailed someone. Just so happened the daughter got the mail from her father's house who passed away. She got the card and she called. And that's how we ended up with getting some probate stuff. But man, they had their stuff in order. There were 3 brothers and a sister. Imagine if 2 brothers are deadbeats. One's the executor who's controlling everything, and she's trying to corral the circus of her family, which most families have circuses. Let's be real. And that's it's a nightmare. And then like they want highest and best. And usually it's a real estate agent. But again, I don't want to be a doubter. That's where a probate attorney building a relationship that's cultivating over years. And then also you're going to get just by doing, you will get some scraps. You will get some of those just timing things, but you have to figure out that strategy and the best approach. And it's just getting to the executor, the right decision makers. Because the post office, again, I can go so deep on all lead generation because I've been doing it. The post office will mark someone's deceased and they'll send that mail back too. If they know that person is dead, the post office has a label that says deceased. I bet you guys didn't know that. Or some of you did. Yeah. They also tell you about vacancies too. And those are all great tips. But yeah, like then your mail doesn't get delivered. So you got to find the right person.
Wow.
That's a good tip. Yeah, appreciate that.
It's a whole day strategy right there in its own. But yeah, I hope that helps.
Justin, I have Alexis. Yes.
Yes, I have a couple of questions. So the first one is what does the score mean? The score that we see here, the retail, rental, and wholesale, and the lowest is the worst, the highest the best, or what does it mean?
Yes, sir. Love that question. Thank you for bringing it up. All right, guys, I'm going to bring up this just a little cheat sheet here. Indicates likelihood of a property selling at market price within 90 days. A property with a high score is more likely to sell at market price. So the higher, everything over 500, you're going to get the flame emoji. And if it's below 500, this won't say, not likely. It's going to say less likely. Or over 500, it's most likely. So that our tipping point is 500 or more is that's where we want to be. That's the positive side. And the higher the score, the more distress, quote unquote. And this is all AI. There are no humans behind this. And they're looking at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not millions of data points on people. And the people who lived in the house, the transactions, the people who move in, the move out, the credit, the car, you bought a car, you're not paying the mortgage, your credit score is going down. They're looking at all of those things.
This is crazy, Justin, man. This is like, oh my gosh, this is helping you make a decision, right? Like this is like you trying to figure out, is this a good deal, bad deal, right? Deal or no deal? Like,
Pat, it's really when someone asks you, and I know you've heard this before, and especially if you're a newbie, right? What's the list I pull? What do I pull? Like, that's the list.
that's crazy.
Like, so if you just did the list, right? We got to get out of that probate stuff. So we're going to get rid of that. I just want to show you guys. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. So let's just go down. Let me add a couple more things on here. Let's go individuals. All right. And let's go all, no. I confused myself in here.
Activating prop stream, preview, all those 5 tools that we have there. This is, wow, that's crazy.
So then, and you're going to see more and more AI from everybody, but I, for one, know that every month this data gets better because the more it reads people, the more data points it builds, the more it's refining. So, all right, I just pulled everything like a basic Atlanta. It says out of residential, it's 3.3 million. All right, so let's just aggregate this by a wholesale score, just wholesale. So most likely to sell at a discount within 90 days. And I'll show you again. So this house is coming to the top of the heap. And watch this. It may have already been sold. Look at the different scores though. So
Wow.
retail, they're saying this person's, and I bet you, I don't know the logistics behind all of it. I do have a confidential like PDF of some of the, from the corporation, the company that we actually hired to do all the data. It's an AI company. And it's words that are bigger than that I can pronounce, right? The stuff that they're doing. It's so wild. And like how they're aggregating it all. But you can see how you went like retail. They go, this person's sure they need to sell retail, but they're so far in distress that retail's not even a thing. Like they need to sell at a discount soon.
Guys, you know how huge this is? Like for us, like I'm gonna start implementing this on our wholesale team, but guys, this is huge.
It is.
Like, I mean, just like seriously, man, we've heard of deal sauce. We're like, okay, let's see it. And bringing you in today, I'm like, oh my gosh, why have I not already started using this already? This is crazy.
Pat, watch this though. And here's what I want to get after. And you can't always find them. I want to find the person who's got a higher wholesale score, but you can't see any of these blue flags. And then you go, what the heck is going on in their life that you have a score, but I don't see anything on the outside. And they're here somewhere. And again, it may take a while for a second, but I can sometimes pick one out and you'll get one. You're like, dang, you have no designations under your name. Why? And that's where no one's going to be hitting that list. They're not hitting a high equity, low equity, pre-foreclosure. They're not hitting a deceased like this one right here. I'm like, what the heck's going on that you are a 999?
That's crazy. Wow.
Those are the ones I just because I'm curious, like I'm genuinely curious, like what the heck's going on? But you never know. I just want to make an asterisk because I'm very transparent in a lot of this stuff. And if you've ever been on my lives, I'll tell you, like if something's weird, you might get someone who had bought and sold. Oh, this is another feature. You might get someone who bought and sold, and it's so quick that almost like that, the residue from that person prior is lingering on that property. Be careful. It's not every day. It's not every case, not every scenario, of course, but you may come some through, just like you might find something on here that's sold, but it says it's active or it's not sold. Like the agent may have not flagged it. See, So just keep in mind though, but the vast majority here, something's weird. So then, Pat, I just want to give you one more thing because this might align with you better. And those who do fix and flip and those who are in like buying and selling actively. There's a fix and flip comparison. Now, this is kind of a trashy one. It's not as good, but like, I like when I see a distressed property and then I see it brand new, crystal gleaming, clean. But we do a comparison. If we can see that it's been a fix and flip, we'll give you the side by side.
Oh wow.
Mm.
So what are these pictures? These are before and after, like from
Yeah, exactly. So this was a listing in 2020 and it sold 10/8/2020. And then what's the newest one? Then we give you the Delta too. And then this just sold July 20th of 2024. So 4 years later. And there was a negative $93,000 loss on a positive 93.
wow.
So it's to compare and do your comps and to see like for like, we're gonna throw that right in front of you. As long as we can get the before and after, we're gonna show you that like, hey, all right, this person made 100 grand. Yeah, it was a live-in fix and flip. It was a live-in. They made money just by appreciation probably, but we're still gonna show you like what it looks like with
But
that.
and that's like because that's your comparison. Like, okay, if you got a house right next door or down the street, and you see those comparison guys, that's money, right? That's like money left at the table. I'll say it like that. That's like if you see someone who just did that a year ago and they've made $90,000, right? For you guys that are newer out there, that's money in the table. If you see and you can do the exact same copy and paste model that Justin is showing us, guys, that's huge. That's saving us the risk of getting into a bad deal because you know that it's going to sell, or at least the comps are going to show you that's going to sell, and you can see tack for tack. Like that's mind blowing. That is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Justin, does the skip tracing tool is included? You said
Not yet. And
not
that's
yet.
just, yeah, not yet. I don't even want to say that out too loud. Again, I have a habit of just saying things that, even though it gets people excited and I think it's going to come down the pipeline. We're talking about putting skip tracing in here it's just free. It's included, but that's a negotiation. I'm just being transparent. That's a negotiation. That's our data providers that we have to make. But right now it's 10 cents, like super easy. So right now, no, it's not included. But you are getting all your agent information. So again, if someone was like, hey man, I don't even have 10 cents to put up for an address, cool. Like if it's on market, call the agent. Or go to truepeoplesearch.com. Just hit the address, take the name, the person. We're giving you all the information to get crazy with it. Take the address, take this person's name, Tracy Higgs, go to Google. I'm giving you a Google button. How quick was that? Go to Google right here. You don't have to go open another browser. Trying to make it streamlined, less calories. We call this less calories in our little development team. I want less calories to do things.
Love it. And I was told that you also can pull data for, let's say, search PML people.
Oh, you got it. Yes.
Alexis, oh my gosh, that's another topic.
Yeah,
let's do this.
So this is timeout. This is an additional feature. Because I haven't found this anywhere in the country or any other software providers. So guys, this isn't for everybody. If you're brand new, do not get this. Sure, you got money, you want to invest, buy more tools, like great, buy the tools. But if you're bootstrapping it, looking to get your first 10 deals, do it with the freaking $97 a month and you'll get commercial and residential and everything else. But if you're looking for private money lenders and you're fixing and flipping and your name's Pat, you're going to hang out in here. And you're going to go, well, hold on a second. I just hit a button. So right here, we have flippers, landlords, note holders, and private lenders. Alexis Morgan has her own little save search, but that's my partner. My partner's a private money lender, and he and Alexis were just on a conversation. So I've been seeing Alexis's name in my, but that's him. So let's just do, actually, you know what? I don't even know what this is. I haven't clicked it, but let's click it. Oh, this is showing deals that she may have funded.
Wow, that's crazy.
Gosh, guys.
I actually haven't clicked this button. I'm being honest with you guys. Oh no, this is maybe other people's. Whatever they're doing, he may have been pulling a list with her. But this is Atlanta, so it's actually relevant. And guys, look at this. At the top of the heap is this person who funded 62 deals. And there's information, but mind you, this is only in Atlanta and
Wow.
only what they're searching. So did Okta, I don't know how to say that name, but let's just say that's his name. He could be lending, yeah, sure, he's in Douglasville, but he could be doing deals in Massachusetts all the way to California. It's only looking right now here. So,
And this data is coming from
This
the
is
county when they record the lien on the property?
yeah, so like imagine we could get all this data ourselves, right? And this is where time versus money and pulling my hair out is value. You know, they give you all this, but you have to do so much research. What we built is the research done for us. So we developed all the tools to aggregate this, and it's not done. Believe me, this is not done.
Justin. This is see. I'm about to use the F bomb. This is effing crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
guys! You know we had to. We used to go into the county search, right? And then we would look up the records of like what was sold and try to find who funded that damn deal. And Justin is putting it right here in our face. Like that is crazy. Go do that list. Call those people, and you're gonna get your deals funded. That's how crazy it is. This is
Is
this is
is
ridiculous.
it possible? Is it possible to see if the person land in first or second position?
So no, what you want to do with this list right now is, oh, I can see his name's not really Okta. It's like Muhammad something. I saw another name in here. What you really want to do with this list and what we're trying to develop, not so much an LOI blaster, because this is where talking about money, you need to be really conscientious and you also need a personal touch, right? No one's just going to go out and lend you money with like, hey man, I'm doing deals,
It's called relationships, right? Build relationships.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're trying to figure out that fine line, but it's up to everybody how they choose to do this. But this information really is like, for instance, Pace Morby's team, I'm working with them to try to help them. Of course, Pace's software, he's integrating it in every facet of his business. And I have his fix and flip team, I have his private money team, I have all these teams, and I'm bringing them in, I'm helping them train and get used to the system. And all they're doing is like, for instance, the other day we pulled a list. They might go on YouTube. It's in Texas. I think I pulled Texas and some other random area, Dallas or something. And now Nathan Barnes, who's Pace's little right-hand man and doing some Gator stuff, he's calling every one of these people. Hey, we're doing fix and flips in the area. So he might call fix and flippers for Gator method and say, hey, do you need any money? Then my partner's calling these lists and calling people who are lenders and calling them and asking them, hey, like, just so you know, we do a lot of real estate. Here's my portfolio. Here's my info. If you ever looking to lend out on a stable horse, or we say we're a good horse to bet on, can we send some information your way, a little information pack on who we are? Love to collaborate. So pick your strategy, pick your way of, conducting whatever business you're in. You can go, I mean, my business is microfamily, multifamily. There's your landlords. 506 properties for ARVM5 LLC. They have a portfolio of $184 million.
Guys, so this is mind blowing, guys. For you guys that are new or just getting into it or just trying to figure this out, like seriously, this is not 1, 2 in the two belt. This is a whole F and two belt. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, this is also in like AP. We're getting into like the AP college courses and stuff now, like where guys, please just asterisk. If you're doing your first deals, pay no attention to this, please. Just don't get the shiny object. But sorry to interrupt.
Denise has a question.
Hi, good morning,
Hi.
everyone. Happy Friday. My
Hello.
question, and Edgar did answer the question about the getting access to the lenders, right? He said that's an additional $2,000 for the life of the access to deal sauce. But someone else also had a question saying that they're only seeing maybe half of what you're showing us, Justin. So are there different tiers, tier pricing to deal sauce? Like, are we going to get this, or during the trial is just like certain things we have access to?
Yeah, you're not going to get any of this. The find, fix, and flippers little designation up here. That's the only thing you're not going to see right out of the gate. You're going to get leads is called just the residential side of things. So think of it as like 1 to 4 units, 1 to 5 units residential. So all your residential stuff, all the MLS stuff, all the things we talked about in the first hour will be there. Even the commercial stuff. You'll have all your commercial stuff inside of the trial and the basic subscription. So you have enough to do plenty of deals in there. Yeah, the extra tier is going to be, and again, just like the skip tracing, I don't want to overspeak and promise things that I'm not entitled to promise. But I
Right.
can tell you there are things that like the $2,000, Pace is pissed off. He's not happy that there's a lifetime $2,000 fee. But you know what it is? It's the expensive freaking data that they're not making any money on. It's the aggregation of all that find and fix and flippers. So that's why I'm saying like people who are not high level, and I only mean that in a respectful way of like if you're not looking for money to fund deals and buy and holds, and if you're not ready to have those high level conversations, that's why it's like don't even look at it. When you're building a team and doing all these things, great, do it later. And then the $2,000 is a drop in the bucket because you just got a relationship that's private money. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Across the country, you can go anywhere in the country and go find them. Now, select areas we're getting better at getting more and more data, but yeah, so it's another investment in the tools.
It
Like,
should be 2,000 annually. It should be 2,000 annually, guys.
oh
You
my
don't. That's a huge deal.
bro,
Just lend you money. Like, who's gonna hand you money for a deal you found on the internet? Like, guys, that's huge. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Pat,
Well,
you're so right. It's
more
like,
so just to get clarification on if there were different pricing modules. Like it says $97 and then you have the annual fee. So now we're getting another price point added to it, for this option. So I wanted clarity on exactly what we're paying for and if we had to pay more money once we actually get the system to have full advantage of it.
well, it depends. Great question. It depends on what you're actually designating as like the advantage. So yes, you're looking for the
Yeah, I got
full,
you, Justin.
the
Yeah, I mean,
full.
you explained it perfect. I was clear on it. It's just that when he said like that, I just want to be clear because I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and it's that once like now Bachelors, it's like subscription, and they don't tell you that, and it's really difficult to cancel. But you're paying this money, and then they're like, "Oh, we added this," and then you're not aware that you're paying this additional money, or you have to pay additional money.
Yeah, great. I mean,
That's my
Let me answer that, Justin. I don't want you to. So I think honestly, like for me, right, I just want to say, like, I'm not a seller for this or anything like that. That's just the way it's going to have to be. I just want to say that it's still a business model, but at the same time, for us, like if we were doing deals, and let's just say a fixed flip or a wholesale, and we're making $10,000, we're making 50,000 on a flip, like it's worth to have that too. Like it's not going to be to me, and it doesn't could be wrong, but I'm saying like things are going to evolve, it's going to change, it's going to upgrade, and it's just to answer that question just across the board it's probably going to cost more money. There's going to be some upgrades. There's going to be things that's just as part of the business. That's just the way it is. Sorry, Justin, if I said it wrong, but I just.
well, you're good. The basic is the basic. We wanted people to come in. We wanted it cheaper than PropStream, and we also wanted to just bring it so your team can come in here, so it's practically free, right? So if everyone says, "Hey, I'm going to pay $12, $10 a month," and I mean, go find something and go pay $10 a month for it. Sure, you go use Jerry Norton's. I think it's free, some of his stuff. But I didn't even get into the other half of the software that you're getting that PropStream doesn't have, that no one has. So the value is here. And then it's also like I'm buying into this is this is some of my team. Just they're in here, right? And they're not paying 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. It's one subscription. So that's the coolest part. So when I break it up into all these parts, there's no argument that's like we want to almost make this practically free for people to come in here and get their first 10 deals or more, right? Pull your list, do your thing, get into commercial, get into residential. The find and fix and flippers is extra. And then we're going to give you one zip code for AI. Know your backyard is the quote I always use. It's my little thing that I always love saying. I've been saying it for a long time. Know your backyard. Pick a zip code you want, get your AI information. Always use it. You could probably shift it around too. And we're giving AI out, man, even more. So hold on. So there's AI additional countrywide, countywide, all that is extra. Again, that data we're paying for that data to be updated every month. So at the first of the month, I believe it's the first of the month, we get new numbers, new metrics, which is pretty cool. And I actually pull my lists in those timeframes. Even more, I said, and I swear on my grandmother, all right, the woman I love so dearly. We're giving AI in here, and I was able to like finagle this countrywide. So although we're giving you in the basic subscription, and this sounds like a sales pitch, it's not. However, I asked them, I go, hey, we all want our own search features. I want to do like a Justin's multifamily. I want Jamil to have one. Pace is going to have his own. And there's some other cool ones in here. But like for mine, for instance, let's just do Atlanta. I'm giving AI in there. So if you already picked your zip code in your basic package and you're like, hey, I'm using my backyard, it's Wisconsin somewhere. But you clicked Atlanta, Justin's microfamily, you're going to get AI for free if you use my search. So again, I'm trying to give bonuses. We're squeezing this lemon to the point where we don't have to pay for giving you guys the service. It's like basically nothing. And I just hope that makes sense where you can go to Atlanta, do my search, do Pace's search, do someone else's search, and you're going to have some AI in there too with you. So there's little bonuses in here.
Justin, can you add into, I just want to bring in to the different audience. So realtors that are out there. So realtors that are out there, how can this, or realtors, you guys can ask that question, all right? So how can this help you as a realtor? Like if you're going in and you see a property, and some of you guys, I don't know if you did, just normal direct to seller, or you did with other real estate agents, but I just want you to kind of put a little small piece on that for realtors and this too.
So if a realtor wanted to use this?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
All right, cool. Well, I like the first one of someone who asked earlier about uploading that MLS list. I actually really love that. And for them not to get the mortgage information and get all the other agents' data, that's pretty cool that they can't do that without our system, I guess. So I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. So there's one. If you're in any other markets, because if you're a realtor in a certain market, you probably only have your access to that state or that county or that territory. So we're going to have MLS access throughout the country, and there's 580 MLSs in the country, 77, 580, something like that. So we don't have, there's some little areas that you're not going to pick up all the little minute data. Reporting again is slower because they're slower in how they run things. But listen, depending on what you're doing as a realtor, it's a CRM, it's an underwriting tool, it's a property searching, it's a property marketing. Pat, I don't know exactly what else to say other than depends on the agent.
Jamila is asking, does it keep the different users in one account data separate?
Man, you guys are a tough bunch. No, I'm joking. No, so what you're going to see here is, listen, if we're going to give you guys free, we're not going to give you all free admin accounts. Please be mindful of that. But you can see here, these are a lot of me. But Eric is my private money lender and my partner. He's got his own little bucket here. Of course, all these other things than me. Myron and I were on here. Mobile homes, I don't know who added that. And then Victoria from Sub 2, I gave her a spot in here. She hasn't used it.
I love her.
Yeah. And so guys, you can have your own little territories in your own little buckets. It's not completely private, but you can have your own little your own portfolios. This is the back of the house that I haven't even showed you guys yet. This is where the creative stuff and the customization, and there's so much more coming from this side. That's not going to be additional expenses, I can promise you. But this is where those buckets are. And do you guys mind if I just show you something really quickly?
Oh, please go ahead.
All right. So guys, we went into the property search earlier. You saw that we can search for properties. We can go into the real estate, on market, expireds I didn't even do. There's so many things we can't do in an hour and a half. And I do have to jump off in the next 15 minutes. And what I want to show you is that if you found a house or houses that you actually like or enjoy, is something you wanted to underwrite, you can click, send them to your portfolio. And you can click one of these little, buckets here that you may have, or you make your own little customizations, of course. And you can put Pat's houses, Pat's Atlanta houses to underwrite. Let's say the house comes in here. This is where I wanted quick and dirty qualification of properties and make a decision or disqualify it. So for instance, we want to do a max allowable cash offer. This is all custom. This is all part of like, you're not going to see this anywhere. Oop. So I wanted to stimulate the mind of like, here's the on-market person's info. So if it's an agent, that's their info. Again, just giving you, maybe you want to make a decision, or maybe you were like, hey, I'm on the phone with the agent right now, and you're actually inputting these numbers as you talk about them. Hey, what are you looking for an agent fee? Oh, you're looking for $10,000, or it's going to be $10,000. Cool. Closing expense, I think it's going to be about $5,000. My TC is $1,500. There's the property address. And what we're doing is, purchase price. Oh, you're gonna give it to me for $275. Cool. ARV is gonna be $550. I'm making it up.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
Oh my.
So like, there's your entry fee. There's your max allowable offers.
Yes.
Which it doesn't make sense right now. Obviously, I'm just throwing random numbers. But what I'm trying to do, and you can open comments and put comments in here like, hey, just spoke with Pat, the agent. Time stamped, your team comes back in here, whatever it is, right? They can go in there and make a decision. But here's the cool thing. It took a while to create. Here's the creative one. And I worked a lot on this one, but it's still can be refined, but we're bringing over all the mortgage information that's known.
Oh my gosh.
So you looked at the property card, Pat, right? And you found this house. It's this data, guys, just so you know what it shows, it's estimated. It doesn't know that you have an exact 6.7 because the notes are private, but it knows that you probably took 285, estimated at 6 point. Your mortgage payment's estimated, but it's probably really close. Your taxes is probably the most spot on because it's public data. So I wanted to port that in here to give you as much as we can, but you're going to manipulate the numbers based on like you're on the phone with a seller or an agent. You should be able to say like, hey, all right, so Miss Seller, you have your mortgage statement. Great. You're behind. Oh, okay. What are you behind? Oh, what's your mortgage payment? Oh, it's $500 a month plus the interest is, oh, it's high, right? Yeah. Your taxes are $51 and insurance we're going to estimate. So there's your PITI. But here's your entry fee. Oh, you want $10,000? Okay. But you're 20,000 behind. Okay, we'll fix that. Oh, there's an agent involved. They want $4,000, or we'll get them $4,000 and I'm going to pay myself $5,000.
Wow.
Closing. And what I'm trying to do here is the closing costs and TC, a transactional coordinator. All too often we're forgetting about these expenses and we're forgetting that you need a TC, or I wouldn't do anything without a TC, honestly. And, I want you to make sure you put a line item there, but also the cost of money. If you're going to rehab it, or it needs to like, maybe you send a landscaper and a cleaner in there and you're going to buy it, utility and holding costs. So what we're doing now is giving you your entry fees.
Yeah, I mean, this is so much time saving. Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm like, I feel like a teenager, going to the park and seeing all these hot girls that are out there. Oh my gosh, it's getting exciting. This is crazy.
And Pat, no, it's cool. And listen, the reason why this actually came in here, I am not a calculator guy. If you guys anyone who does business with me, you'll know that like I write on cards and notebooks and I have a million of them. But listen, you put an opportunity in front of me, I'm going to take 10, 15 minutes to tell you an answer. Other people dwell on it for days and weeks and months. It doesn't need to be that complicated. And that's why we're not doing good business and doing deals, because people just analysis paralysis. And I respect the folks that are like that. I truly do. And I admire it sometimes. But what I'm trying to do is to make you have a decision, not to go buy the deal, but to maybe move it along the chain, move the freaking chain down the field a little bit faster and bring it to somebody, and then bring it to Pat, bring it to me, bring it to somebody else and go, hey, can you take a look at this deal? But then Pat, furthermore, I just want to touch base really quickly that we're going to give you some strategies here. By no means are we're even near complete with those, but what we're going to do is give you strategies in here that you can run your numbers off of, and you can customize those all your own metrics. So if you do fix and flip and your cost per square foot and stuff, you can put that in here and it'll always just run against your numbers.
Wow.
So, and
Sorry, John, I didn't mean to cut you up, but just when you brought that up, because we always look at properties, like we always say, what does the property bring us, right? So it's not always, we don't see a property and say, oh, I'm going to wholesale this, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to buy and hold this. We see it as, what does it bring us? If it brings us the best use, we're going to take that route. So this is amazing that you have all these different strategies that we can, that's already in front of us, that we don't have to overthink it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the smartest guy. I like to keep things simple, paper napkin math, and I just want to just see if this is a deal or no deal.
exactly. And I think you're like me. And I'm going to put my real estate, Justin. Go to my YouTube. Guys, if you're looking for other videos, there's hours in there. And I'm putting more stuff out there. It's not a plug.
Awesome.
Literally a resource because there's no other resources but me at the moment, or in a few other people. So for now, go to my YouTube, check it out. I'm trying to put stuff out multiple times a week. And I'm like, I'd love to take this. I wish it was streaming right now to my YouTube because it'd be so valuable. But again, we'll put these things on YouTube. Yeah, Pat, you said it, bro, like really quickly. And then all these things, you would think in a year I'd have us all done. I literally whiteboarded in hours and hours and hours of video of me going through sub-2 deals and all these other options. But to take that in our creative brains to a software developer, I found the biggest hurdle was them having to put that into a workflow, into a computer. Take a deal creatively and put it into a workflow, I realized was such a challenge. And where this is next, and I'm gonna have to tackle all this next to actually have real great underwriting for creative, but it's coming. And for now, I'm giving you I put some things in here just to get you to the next checkpoints to do your sub-2 deals properly. So we still have resources in here. And guys, we have, I'm gonna keep rattling on, but you can export, like we can make really fancy prospectus and or like deal sheets to share with maybe investors. And then the other thing is I want to show you.
Justin, I'm going to joke, but you guys, this should be illegal. Please don't give this out to the public.
And bro, even like we have like a Trello board here for your team. Like you have a Trello board, like, all right, hey, this needs to go, more info is needed. Or actually I'd take the property and put it into underwriting needed. This one's new, it needs to be underwritten, whatever, I'll stick. So we have a little Trello board in here for your team to like move deals down the pipe, keep going with opportunities. Or if maybe for yourself, hey, did I underwrite this one the other day? Did I actually qualify this one or not? I don't know. Oh, well, it says it needs it, so I guess I have to do it.
If you've ever used the MLS, guys, the MLS sucks. Like I hate using those stuff. They send me those deals. It's so like, this is giving you like an entire buffet, right? Like the MLS is going to give you one little plate. Like this is giving you a buffet of things to work with. Like this is amazing.
Yeah, this is a whole other software. And bro, I'm trying to bring fix and flip software in here. We actually looked at, what's that big company? The big one they did like all those, they go to everyone's market.
Redfin?
No, who's the dude who was Than Merrill? Than, what does he have?
I don't.
Dan Merrill is one of those, he was a guru for a while. He got sued by the government. Anyone who knows that, he had a software, but they still have a fix and flip software that's really comprehensive. Fortune Builders, thank you. I'm terrible with the gurus. And Than Merrill has like a really comprehensive package of fix and flip. Like to me, it was like my eyes glazed over. Again, I'm not a calculator guy. Give me the meat and potatoes, but we're trying to incorporate a really comprehensive fix and flip that can be adaptable. The one big request I'm going to try to have is kitchen design and or just like a 3D home design. That's what I'm going to push for because that's as a kid, that's all I played with on like my old Packard Bell. So, you want to just give like your guys a kitchen layout and be like, these are the cabinets, these are the measurements. Here you go. You don't have to go to Home Depot. You don't have to go to a designer. You can have your VA do it. Give them the measurements.
That would be awesome. That would be great.
So there's so many more things we want to collaborate on, but guys, this is a community built. I say community built for us, by us, boo boo.
Amazing. Guys, do you guys have anything else? Guys, please give Justin a warm, thank you. Please put it on the side chat, guys. Please thank him for coming on. This is Justin, this has been amazing.
Amazing.
I
And
hope it was valuable.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, thank you. I hope it was I hope it was valuable, you know.
I think it was more valuable than what I initially thought. Like all this information here is just, and seeing it and kind of seeing how you're showing it, it's definitely like, it's definitely like 5-2-1, right? It's a Swiss Army knife. That's what
What's up, Anthony? I see Anthony on the side over there. What up, dog? Good to see you. Next to Heather. Yeah, dude, for sure. And whatever I can do, like I said, go to my YouTube. Guys, I'm not selling anything. I don't own this, but what I am is proud of to be at the ground level with it. And that, like I said, I bleed sub 2 in community and I'll stand behind that. Listen, it's the ground level, just getting started. That's it.
As we know, Pace, we've been a community for 2 years now. I mean, he's anything he pours into the community, this is gonna be awesome. It's new, like I know you guys like trying to figure things out and pricing, but I know he has the best of helping everybody to get their first deals and be pouring to the community. So it's amazing, love it.
Yeah.
I like the PML side too, like I'm interested.
I mean, this is a tool for us to make money, guys, just overall as a group. So this is like a tool to make money. Now I got one last question before we let you go. Commercial. Is there access there yet? I know you're still working, but is there access to commercial?
Yes, there is. Yep. And that was brand new. Someone asked about a Blink. Please just go to my Instagram. Feel free to DM me. If you don't want to look at my text message right now, there's 900 and something text messages. So don't even want my Blink.
Goodness.
926 text messages. And I clear it out about once a month. Terrible. All right. So commercial, 100%. I got time. I have Paces Get Creative podcast at 11 filming. So that's all I'm doing. And I'm here for you guys. Like, I don't want to keep rambling if you guys.
Yeah, so so just to simplify it for the group, guys, there's we use PropStream, we use Preview, we use different things, Zillow, MOS. I hate the MOS, and so this thing here it's amazing because it's a Swiss Army knife. But now some people to go to commercial, you got to go to LoopNet, Crexy, and again, maybe you're working on, maybe you don't have it, but those are like I'm taking all the tools that we've used that we look at, and we have 10 different apps, we pay 10 different subscription. Like is this is the cable or the Netflix of of real estate investing, right?
Yeah, it is. And like, it's like cheaper cable though, right? Because it's like we're just going to Wi-Fi now. You don't need the cable service anymore because you got all the streaming services, and all the streaming services are like the little extras we're doing. Because you like that whole portfolio side, bro. You said it. It's, that's a whole other software. It's a whole other system, and that's included. So that is included in the basic. I just want to make sure everyone understands that. And you're going to get the commercial and the residential. So Pat, you asked about the commercial. Went right into it. I hit Atlanta. And again, you could go whole state. That's the one thing that I drive the point home at, let's go Florida. All right. And then we're going to go, it's not just one state either.
No, because you were talking about like micro, multifamily, right? Like those little things, right? Those little, you go to a certain part, you go to certain panhandles of Florida, you go to certain parts of Georgia. I mean, those are if you guys that are into the multifamily side of it, I mean, those are huge. Those are the guys, the 8 units, the 20 units, the little units that are just you're not going to see it on Zillow, right? It's just not going to pop up, and you got to hop into LoopNet, and you got to find it there. So that's curiosity.
Thank you. So, bro, and then what you just saw here is, sure, you're like, well, Justin, where's all the blue dots over here? You drew the box. Well, it's not going to put a $1.4 million blue dots on the map. And also I searched Georgia and Florida, but I stimulated the map to also give me the search boundaries. So I'm searching 1, 2, 3, 4 states all in one. Again, do you think this is more than 250 square miles? Anyone who's thinking about PropStream, they limit you to like a sneeze on a map, like a speck of dust on a map. That's one of the biggest points where I said we cannot have here as a lead finder. But this is just commercial properties. So then we just did our search boundaries because we want that whole little sun belt, we'll call it, right? Let's go to the asset class. Pat's like, hey man, I want microfamily, so let's go apartments. We'll go just straight up multifamily. Just for simplistic reasons. For guys we have down here, you got self-storage, mobile home parks. I actually had someone in Florida search self-storage units the other day on one of our lives. And he's like, dude, I have to go to Crexy. And Crexy's like, they throw the numbers and they throw everything. They make you research the stuff. He's like, dude, it's all right here. So he was happy. And that was good to hear that. 81,000 search records for multifamily. And of course, guys, we can stimulate this even more and fine tune it. But on a broad scale, then we'll just say, hey, I want 10 units to 30 units.
And he's done the same thing as what you just showed us, right? Tired landlords, that whole 9 yards.
Yeah, in-laws, outlaws. In-laws, outlaws. That's a cool name. All right. Wonder if they're the motorcycle club. 8,000 properties with 10 to 30. Now, I might bring these borders in, right? I don't know. Let's get a little wild here. 6,800. So we lost 2,000 just in this corner here. And again, guys, if we can go in further, we're talking larger multifamily, 10 to 30. We're not talking the 2-family, the 3-family, the 4s, the 5s. We're talking larger asset class. So let's just say that right here, there was 6,000.
I mean, that's still amazing because like as I'm seeing what you're pulling up there, I mean, those are probably older, what do you call it? Baby boomers that are retired. That's going to have to start clearing those properties, right? Like it has to be. I mean, he's probably owned that thing since the beginning of time.
Well, yeah, and then we can filter by last sale date right here, just real quick. So let's say when the last time they sold it, and that's going to go from the top. We want to go from the bottom. So this is probably old school.
20 unit. That's a good one.
I'm guessing this is old school. He has other assets right here, and there's other wholesale scores. So these are smaller asset classes that we have the AI on. So you're going to see he has 30 potential rental properties. And we can see some debt again. 2015, 2025, just recent, had a sale of, there could have been some sort of sale, or he bought it. We could have went the other way. 19 units, multifamily. So guys, I mean, either way, play around with the data. It's really what you're supposed to do.
Man, this is crazy, Justin. This is wow. Guys, he just shows multifamily on this thing. Wow.
And then if you, again, with the higher tier, I haven't played around with it so much and it's going to get better. But again, I'm not selling anything. I'm only showing you guys because there's even more. But you can go right after the landlords here, just like you're going to go after the private money lenders. I'm trying to make it a little less, let's go, I don't know, Naples, Florida. Note holders will be like your folks that have buying and selling notes, but also guys, I want to have that so we can look for double closes and private money lenders looking for double closes. That's coming. I'd like to say that's coming soon. So like your Gator people out there, this thing's going to keep searching. Landlords I found is the longest search. Most time consuming search too. So we got 64,000 just in Naples of landlords. Heritage owns 321 units. All the way down to AT Investments. Oh, they have a red flag, so they have a foreclosure in there. They might be foreclosing on somebody or doing something in there. 66 properties. Yeah, it's data, guys. That's all it is. We're collecting data and we're aggregating it for you to use on your strategies.
Wow.
All these companies do.
I mean, the value of this, guys, I don't know how to even say this. This is the value, and this is just wow. I can't even say it. I don't even know. This is amazing, Justin. This is guys, Atlanta. Please, thank you, Justin, for coming on. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is really different. I mean, it's really eye opening because it's just, again, it's It's a Swiss Army knife.
That's it. Well, no, and thank you for giving me the platform to talk. Really, like, and hats off to you guys in Atlanta, honestly, for being leaders. I thank you. I know the Progressive community thanks you for doing this, and it takes a lot. Like, give it up to you guys. It's a thankless job. You guys show up. You showed up early. I clicked the link earlier, and you guys were on there, and you were gearing up. And I was just like, damn, these guys are good. Like, honestly, I meant that. We're sometimes running in, like we all are, like New England, running in last minute, freaking sliding into home base at 6. We do our 6 p.m. Thursday nights, and you guys are professional, and hats off to you guys for really being leaders here. So I really thank you for freaking making this place so awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Justin.
Yes.
This was awesome. Awesome.
So Atlanta South guys, thank you so much for everybody. Thanks for coming on. Happy Friday, happy weekend. We'll see you guys at our live meetup in February. So we'll see you guys. Justin, thank you so much for coming on.
You got it. And hey, I'm going to be reaching out to you guys. I think Ted Miller and myself, Ted Miller out of North Carolina, just won we had a 2.5-year lawsuit with a fraudulent seller in Atlanta. So we have a large house coming up. Or I don't know, keep it. I don't know what we're going to do. We might be looking for some help as far as like, what can we do with this thing? So, yeah, Pat and team and everyone, I might be reaching out for some resources.
Awesome. Well, we're here to help.
We'll be here.
Stuff. Cool. Well, thank you guys so again. And it was my pleasure.
Justin, thank you. Atlanta, guys, happy weekend. We'll see you guys next Friday. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.